I'm Susan Doherty, and this week on 6 Minute Style, we are creating the perfect kids party table. So here's my thinking. You're having a dinner party. Some of the folks are bringing their kids, which is fine. You just don't want the kids feeling frustrated at the table because they can't fuss and fidget. So what I've done is set up a separate table that's kid friendly. And we have a lot of great ideas. The first being these buckets. Now I went to Michael's craft shop and bought these for I think $1.79. They were on clearance, they're wonderful. They have a little shovel. Now look, they're pretty lightweight. They're probably not gonna last a full summer at the beach, but they'll certainly last for the dinner, or at least we hope. Got a bag of confetti, also at the craft shop. I'm just gonna throw that right in there. You can see I've already done a few other buckets. We'll break it up a little just so it's a little fuller. Now what I did was I got some fun things to throw in here. We're kind of going with a beach theme, hence the buckets. These are just stickers, and you'll see that in each of the pails I've actually put in some different ones. We have everything from fish and sharks to octopus. This one has umbrellas, coolers, all these fun summer ideas. I also bought these little sunglasses, which I have to admit I really like, and I'm thinking the kids are gonna love these. They were probably 50 cents. So you can just throw these in here. I bought some cookie cutters. Now these are a fun idea for the kids. We have crayons on the table. They're gonna be able to use these to start some different drawings, and I think as parents, you probably ought to encourage them to do so, maybe come over and play with these a little bit to give them that idea. And then I also bought these different little cutouts. This one is a crown for a little princess. We have a tiger, an elephant, and a fish, and all I've done is I've written their names on here. And so this is going to be for Allie, a lovely little girl. You can just use a marker and write her name, and then when she comes here, she'll know this is her very own beach bucket with her own crown and all of her own goods. So we'll set that right here on her place setting so Allie knows exactly where she needs to sit. Now I mentioned the crayons. One of the things I did, and I'll show you, since we have 4 kids, I want to make sure 2 over here and 2 over here. At the craft store, I also bought some sand. Just a bag of it. I poured it right in here, keeping that beach theme going. And don't worry, you can vacuum it up if anybody spills it. But then I just took some crayons. And this is a fun idea. You can just throw a handful of crayons, just stick them right there in the sand, and that's fun, and just set it aside. Now you may be wondering, where are these kids going to be drawing? Well, they're going to draw right on the table. I went to my favorite restaurant here in my hometown, and they actually use this butcher block paper on their tabletops, and last night we had dinner there, and I just asked the chef, I just said, would it be possible to have 3 or 4 pieces of that? And he gave me a stack, a very generous stack. So I just put that right here on the table, and I think when the kids come, we'll just tell them, hey, go for it, sit down, color, you have these cookie cutters, have a great time with that. Now one last thing in the buckets I want to show you. These are the face cloths that I've actually decided to use as napkins, and I bought a stack of these at Target. I apologize, I keep reaching out. But these are fun. You can see this one has crab, this one has fish. Look at that, seahorse, and each one has a different one. And all I did was just open them up, roll them up. You want to make sure that you showcase that fun little animal, and just throw it right in here. And again, that's their washcloth that will double as a napkin for this fun dinner that they're going to have. Now, what party would be complete without goldfish? I don't want to do an ad for goldfish, but these are a great cracker, and I think if you can just throw these on the table, I mean, this is butcher block. It's fun. They're going to color on it, but they can also eat. Keep the goldfish theme going. What kid isn't going to love that? So next time you are planning a party and you know kids are coming, keep in mind that kids want to have a good time too. An adult conversation isn't always conversation that kids want to have to participate in. So if you set aside a corner of your house for them and make it fun and special, then you will have a fun and special evening as well. Thanks for joining me for this episode of 6 Minute Style. This week's quick tip, kids' very own ice bucket. I went to my supermarket, I bought this plastic bowl for all of $2. I bought it in the outdoor dinnerware aisle of my local supermarket, filled it with ice, threw in some little apple and water drinks, and that will make kids feel very grown up with their very own ice bucket. Now be sure to visit our website at 6minutestyle.com. You know that is 6 written out, S-I-X. We look forward to seeing you on future episodes. We'll be exploring a couple more party ideas. You'll want to come back for Wine and Words, one of my very favorites, and Messy Meal and a Movie. And let me tell you, it's messy, but it's really good food, and I look forward to sharing it with you. Thanks so much for joining me.